Okay, good morning. Today we're going to talk about a lot of things. The first thing I'd like you to do is to learn how to activate your glutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an exercise that will let you do that. This is called a hip extension, and you can do this at home. If you don't have one of these plyo boxes, that's okay. You can put your feet up on the coffee table. So let me just do a couple of exercises here. What I'd like you to do is put your feet together like so. Put your heels on the platform or the coffee table. In the starting position, you want to make sure that you create a 90-degree angle right here. And put your hands down like so. And all you have to do is extend your hips. Just go up, just like that. Do about 5 repetitions. Nice and slow up, nice and slow down, just like that. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is you want to drive your heels down and you want to keep your toes pointed upward. So you don't do this. Watch this. This is bad. This is bad. See my toes? That's bad. You don't want to do that. That's bad. Now this is good. 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 Just like that. And make sure too that you're squeezing your glutes on the way up. Control up, control down. And I'm not going to go into detail because I don't want to overcoach, but someday I'll explain as to why this is a critical exercise for Olympic lifters. So the next thing I want to talk about is the way you pop your hips. I know that I say pop because it's a simple cue. It's a one-syllable cue, you know, kind of like me, Tarzan, you, Jane. But really what I want you to think about when you pop is stand up hard on your heels. Now, there's a lot of syllables, stand up hard on your heels. 6 syllables versus pop. So on your platform, when you stand with your toes over the edge like so, when you bend your knees, what I want you to do is bend your knees. Stay on your heels, but don't lean forward. Because sometimes I see that you're leaning forward like this, which is fine if you're swinging a kettlebell. But when you perform the Olympic lifts, you want to make sure that you are as upright as possible. So I'm going to turn sideways this way. Bend my knees, just like that. Don't lean forward. Upright. Bend my knees. Boom. Okay, so on your platform, bend your knees. Stand up hard on your heels, aka pop. And all you got to do is pop, stand up hard, just like that. And commit that feeling to memory. When you pop your hips, commit that feeling to memory. That's how the extension should feel like every time you clean or snatch or jerk. Bend your knees, pop, just like that. I'm going to do a couple of repetitions. Pop, 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 pop. Don't lean forward. Pop. One more. Just like that, okay? So the next thing I want to talk about is what we call in a lot of sports follow through. So for example, this is a baseball bat. I know it's not a bat, and I don't play baseball, so don't make fun of the way I swing. So pretend I'm a baseball player. I'm gonna hit that ball. So you see a lot of baseball players, after they hit the ball, seconds after they hit the ball, they're still in that perfect position. That's called a follow through. Or for some of the basketball players, after they make that shot, they still do this. They're still in that perfect position in their mind. This is called a follow through. And some of them, even stick out their tongue like so. I don't know why, but whatever. Just like that. So when I used to compete in long distance shooting, it's the same thing. In the back of my head, I always have that perfect shot before I even pull the trigger. And seconds after I pull that trigger, in the standing position, we usually have this target. It's about 12 inches in diameter, at 200 yards. And one of the events is the standing position. So we would stand up like this, back of my head, perfect position. Pull the trigger, and guess what? Seconds later, I'm still in that follow-through position. It's called the follow-through. It's the same thing in weightlifting. Weightlifting, as you know, after you receive the bar, you want to be in that perfect position. So commit this position to memory, like so. This is the receive position, as you know. Big chest back flat, elbows nice and high, pointed that way. Quarter squat position. So in the back of your head, this is your follow through. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna show you a drill where it's gonna encourage speed. So in the past couple of weeks or so, we talked about nothing but the mechanics, how you should move, how to hit the right position, how to do hang power clean from the above knees all the way to the receive position. Those are the mechanics, but we have not really talked about speed. And the sport, it's all about speed, precision, perfection of movement. So again, in the back of my head, this is all I'm thinking about. This is my follow through. So I'm going to show you this drill. This has a long name. It's called hang power clean from the dead hang. And this is going to be one of your speed drills from now on. It's going to be with an empty bar. And by the way, go ahead and go back to using your hook grip. And again, I'm not going to overcoach you because it's not good. So hang position. Now watch this. Just like that. I'm going to do a couple of repetitions. When you do this, don't think about anything. From the hang position, all you want to do is think about that follow through. Just like that. Just basically drop down into the receive position and quickly rack your arms, your elbows. That's it. Don't hitch it, don't do this, don't do anything, but go from here to here. See how fast that was? See how close the bar is. Let me turn this way. Okay? So that is one of the drills that I would like you to do. Let's see. Anything else I forgot? Okay, the next thing I'd like you to do now that you have your plates or your plates and your clips is go ahead and start loading up. And I still want you to do some of the hang power cleans from the platform. So when you get in position again, make sure that your feet are in the shoulder width position like so. Again, go back to your hook grip and make your grip a little bit wider. And when you perform the movements, make sure that you break down the movement. Don't just go from here to here. Make sure you break it down. Hang position, launch point, bend my knees, and then slide the bar down to my knees, like so. Nice and slow. Back to the launch point, stand apart. Once you get back to the launch point, stand apart. Patience, pop. Just like that. Make sure you extend your hips too. And do that again. Just like that. Stand apart. Don't move feet. Don't move feet. Toes hang over. Don't move feet. Okay? Stand apart. Simple cues. And that's it, I think. It's too early in the morning here, so if I forget anything, just email me or, ask me whatever questions you have. Keep it up.